That was an amazing performance from Jim and Tasha. Let's just give them another round of applause. And since I'm starting off, I also want to say, if y'all haven't already, go ahead and like last week's video from Kyle. If some of us still have not gone through with Christmas, so if you still have a delayed Christmas, go ahead, watch the video, get yourself in the Christmas spirit. It can never die off. But anyway, this presentation that I've been working on is something that I've spent some time on and some life experience with, is complacency. And I'm sure everybody else has suffered with some of that as well. Now, the first thing about this is we need to know the definition for complacency, all right? And the definition is a feeling of smug, quiet satisfaction or contentment with oneself or situation, often leading to unawareness of potential's dangers and deficiencies, or the need to improve its self-satisfied state where you are too comfortable and stop striving or paying attention. Complacency destroys the growth of the mind, intellect, spirit, and body, promoting laziness. All right? Now I want y'all to sit with that definition for a minute and just let it resonate inside you for this rest of this presentation. Complacency kills. Complacency kills is well, it seems like we have a cow joining us now.
Yeah, bring out two right now.
I know we got some new faces, but now we got one more. Complacency kills is a famous saying used by a lot of the military branches, race car drivers, and even our own police force. Complacency is a sense of well-being, and if you have that comfort inside of you, it equals out to dangers. Let's say you're on a post, you're watching out for the enemy, and then all of a sudden you have it in your mind, oh, I've done this 1,000 times. You tend to overlook something that you normally wouldn't. Race car drivers use it often because if you're not paying attention to what's in front of you, something could happen. You could have a malfunction or something like that, and it could often lead to dangers in your race. If you have done the same routine over and over again, you get too comfortable. Instead of observing the situation, you might overlook certain aspects you wouldn't in the beginning if you were to not be complacent with it. Well, I wanted to use a famous quote from, I still have been having trouble pronouncing his name, Ayrton Senna. Had a famous quote, if you no longer go for the gap that exists, you are no longer a race car driver, which I felt that really fit into this presentation quite well, because you can put that into terms of complacency. If you don't look for the gap, you'll get left behind by everybody else, and that stays for complacency. You don't look, you're going to get left behind if you don't evolve. Let's use another person as an example. Ryan Williams committed to Bama his freshman year, and now since the season has started, he doesn't even get past the ball anymore. He got more butterfingers than anything else. He was the best wide receiver in college football, and now he's not even the best receiver on his team. He got complacent. He let everything get into his head. He stopped putting in as much effort and started putting more efforts into TikToks and partying and stuff like that. If you look online, you'll see. The comfort zone is where our dreams go to die. That is a really good quote that I found while doing all of this, and I found as if this was something, well, I mean, you get comfortable, you stop moving, you stop going for more, you stop striving, and then you no longer go for the same goal that you initially achieved for. Complacency plants seeds of taking certain circumstances and people for granted. They get comfortable and they feel as they don't have to honor themselves as they once did, or to honor their word. And what are we if we don't honor our word or what we are said to do? Well, you can't see it, but Stop Being Complacent. Buy Kevin's book if you haven't already. I mean, it's been out there, it's been on Amazon, and if you've bought it, go ahead and leave a review already. So what can we do about this? Well, we can strive and push ourselves to do more. We can go out and do something that we've wanted to do but been too scared to do it. In order for us not to fall into this comfort zone and become complacent, we have to step out of our comfort zone. We have to be uncomfortable. Because if we don't, we will remain stuck in place. A great metaphor is you'll sink like you're in quicksand. It will let it consume you. We have to strive to do more and break out of the shell we are in if we are going to evolve. From my experience, what I've learned, if you're complacent, you'll fall short. You won't be disappointed by that. I would stay where I was, comfortable, and not push myself into certain situations that would lead me to new experiences and widen my knowledge. I was essentially stuck on where I was, not giving myself the push I needed because I was too comfortable in the position I was already in. Because I had a sense of what I wanted, why try to change it whenever I was already comfortable with that feeling? Why push myself into a situation where I had the chance to fail whenever I already have a sense of what I kind of want? I'm bringing up the quote again, comfort is where dreams go to die. And that's exactly what I think on the definition of complacency, because complacency equals comfort. Now, these were pictures of me playing hockey, but they're not going up and I wanted to bring that into it because several months ago, I've never touched a stick, and only ice skating I've ever done was whenever my family would take me out once a year. I always thought it looked cool in high school, but I never went out and did it. Well, I pushed myself into a situation where I knew nothing about, and now I have found something that I absolutely love, and if I had stayed complacent, none of that would have happened at all. So it's pushing me to learn more experiences and widen my knowledge of certain aspects that I wouldn't have been open to originally. And if we don't do that, then we will remain stuck like the quicksand. And now I want to hear from some of y'all. I'm going to call on a few of y'all, and I want y'all to come up and let me hear. So Randall.
Sorry.
Twan, let's hear something you've been complacent on. Come on.
I
wanted to push everyone to break out of their comfort zone, give a little speech real quick, because I wanted to think of an exercise, and I think this was the best thing I could have done in order to do that.
Let me think. Best him up. He had a good thought too.
Well, you want to come up, Megan?
Hey, Megan, hi. Oh, Megan.
I feel like one thing I was complacent about is just you have that mindset of trying to be better, but you never actually take the step. So one thing that I did to stop being complacent was try out yoga, and that brought a lot more peace and able to just remember things once I stopped being complacent to try something new and not be afraid of that and the people and things. So I'm really blessed that I got out of my comfort zone and found something that I really do enjoy. Thanks for letting me share.
Thank you.
The thing about complacency for me is that usually I've been taught at a very young age that complacency has no business in my family. So I've been taught and raised like that. But there were points in my life where I have been very complacent, like, with schoolwork and, going to the gym and trying to, lead life. Sometimes I just kind of want to stay at home and do nothing all day. But at that young age, it kind of has been beaten into me lately. So, yeah, I tried my best not to be complacent, because it is true that, it does lead to, comfort does lead to the death of dreams. And, right now I'm following that dream right now, but I think everything is good.
Now I'm going to call on one of our new faces to come up. They already pushed themselves out of their comfort zone to come here. So Zach, why don't you come up and say something you've been complacent on?
I feel like this was screaming me today, honestly. So I'm a sous chef at Fat Calf Brasserie, a local restaurant in Shreveport, and lately I've just been stuck at a crossroads, really hardcore stuck. Not sure which direction to go, kind of gotten lazy on myself, and I'm comfortable, but it's like there's something missing. Do I go the more family route, or do I keep pushing and do what I did in 2025 to get here? And it's funny, New Year, come here and see this. That's pretty much where I lie. But I heard some of y'all talk about peace. If I can find the inner peace, I think that's the piece of the puzzle to get me to decide and keep pushing forward. So appreciate y'all.
Now, would any one of y'all like to come up beforehand and give another statement on complacency? I seen a hand right there.
This talk today also kind of struck a chord with me. Something I'm really complacent about is my screen time with my phone. I wake up in the morning sometimes and I immediately reach for my phone blindly and I get on TikTok. And sometimes if I'm going somewhere and I don't have my phone, it feels like I'm missing a limb or something. I don't know if that resonates with anyone, but I'm trying to work on that right now. I'm looking at my screen time app, like in settings, so I'm working on that. Yeah, thank you.
We have anyone else that'd like to come up?
Yeah, I actually just had this conversation with Dean, so that's why I'm running up here. We talked about computers. I might not look it, but I'm actually from the older generation, and I left this job now, but about 3.5 years ago, I didn't know how to turn on a laptop. It was just creepy to me. Obviously, I had worked on a computer before, but I wasn't Swift. I didn't know anything. And I had a chance, I'm a nurse, I had a chance to take this nurse care manager job, which was a job from home. And I had to use an Apple computer. I remember my first meeting, the lady had to tell me where to turn it on, and I was embarrassed. Thankfully, they were really cool about it. But yeah, I challenged myself because I had been complacent because I had fear about technology, and now it's not so bad. So it's good to step forward, like you said.
Thank you. Dino, would you like to come up before this? Come on, y'all, don't stay complacent. Get out of y'all's comfort zone. What about you, Randall? I'm going to tug on you one more time.
Maybe next time. Come on, the 13th one.
All right. Now, I want to thank y'all for pushing yourselves out of y'all's comfort zone and coming up here and saying that. I was thinking of an exercise we could do, and I felt like this would fit perfectly with today's presentation. And once again, thank y'all for all coming out. And if any of this resonated with y'all, we're here every Sunday at 1:15. So if you want to, come out. We'll be waiting, and we'll have seats open for you. So if y'all enjoyed this, make sure you like the video and leave a comment. It really helps our algorithm. So thank y'all.